Dog poop. We all love to see it when we're out walking our dogs, right? Well, maybe not so much. But your dog's poop can tell you a lot about their health. So if something changes in your dog's stool, it's important to pay attention because it could be a sign of something more serious going on. Today, I'm going to be covering some of the warning signs that you should look out for in your dog's poop. So stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I am a licensed veterinarian, and this platform is dedicated to teaching you the things that you need to know to keep your dog happy and healthy. So make sure you like this video and subscribe if you want to see more just like it. A normal dog poop should have a few key characteristics. It should be formed, but not hard. It shouldn't be too soft or too loose. You should also notice that it's either brown or black. It shouldn't float, and it should sink. It shouldn't have any blood in it, no bones or other foreign material in it. Lastly, it shouldn't be green. Well, there are several reasons why your dog might get a green poop. The most common one is simply that they ate something that contained green coloring. In fact, many pet foods contain green coloring, so this is a very common reason for a green poop. However, there are other medical causes for green poop, so it's important to take note of other symptoms as well. If your dog has a sudden onset of green poop, it might be a good idea to bring a sample into your vet to have them check it out. Another important thing to consider is how often is your dog pooping. Dogs typically poop once per day, but it can vary depending on their diet and lifestyle. Younger puppies will poop more frequently. Typically, when they start eating solid food, you'll notice that they poop less often. Adult dogs will usually poop anywhere between 12 and 24 hours. Some dogs may even go longer than that, as long as your dog isn't straining to poop and they're still having regular bowel movements, and this is most likely nothing to worry about. However, if your dog has a change in their pooping habits, such as going several days without a bowel movement, or if they're pooping more than once a day, this can be a sign of an underlying problem. Diarrhea is another common issue that can be detected through your dog's poop. Diarrhea can be caused by a number of different things. It can be caused by stress, dietary indiscretion, eating something that they weren't supposed to eat, or it can be a sign of an underlying medical condition. This is why it's important to monitor your dog's stool. If you notice that your dog has diarrhea, take note of any other symptoms that they may be exhibiting. If they seem lethargic, if they don't want to drink water, if they're vomiting, if they've lost their appetite, these can all be concerning signs that you should definitely talk to your vet about. Also, you'll want to note how long this diarrhea has been going on for. If it's been just a day or two, then it's probably nothing to worry about. However, if it continues for several days, then it's time to call your vet. The next thing you want to pay attention to is the frequency of your dog's bowel movements. Most dogs poop between 1 and 3 times per day. However, this can vary depending on their age, diet, and activity level. Puppies will generally poop more frequently than adult dogs. And dogs that are more active will also poop more often. Dogs that are less active or that are on a low-fiber diet may go several days without pooping. This is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's important to monitor your dog for other signs of illness, such as lethargy, loss of appetite, or vomiting. If you notice any of these signs, then it's time to call your vet. Another thing you'll want to pay attention to is the consistency of your dog's stool. Dog poop should be firm, but not hard. It should be well-formed and should sink in water. If your dog's poop is floating, then this could be a sign of a problem with their digestive system. Floating poop can be caused by a number of different things, including pancreatitis, liver disease, intestinal parasites, dietary indiscretion, and bacterial or viral infections. If you notice that your dog's poop is floating, then it's time to call your vet. The color of your dog's stool can also give you clues as to whether or not they are healthy. Most dog poop is either brown or black. Brown poop is normal, and black poop is usually caused by the diet. If your dog's poop is red, this could be a sign of bleeding from the rectum or colon. If this happens, then it's time to call your vet. White or clay-colored stools can indicate a problem with your dog's liver or gallbladder. Yellow or orange stools can mean that your dog has an intestinal parasite. Green stools can be caused by a number of different things, including eating something that contains green coloring or having a bacterial or viral infection. We already talked about this earlier in the video. Lastly, you should never see any mucus or blood in your dog's stool. If you do, then it's time to call your vet. Mucus in your dog's stool can be a sign of inflammation or infection in the colon or rectum. Blood in the stool can be a sign of a number of different things, including bleeding from the rectum or colon. This can be caused by a number of different things, including hemorrhoids, which are like spider veins that can occur in the rectum. They can cause bleeding, but they're usually not a serious problem. However, bleeding can also be caused by more serious problems, such as cancer. That's why it's important to take any dog poop that contains blood into your vet for testing. I know all this sounds gross, but it really is important to pay attention to your dog's poop. It can tell you a lot about their health, and can help you catch potential problems early. Now, I don't want you to panic if you see something in your dog's poop that you think might be a problem. Most of the time, a change in stool is not a cause for alarm. However, it is important to be aware of the potential problems that can show up in your dog's poop. By being aware of these potential problems, you can help ensure that your dog stays happy and healthy. If you found this video helpful, make sure to share it with others. Until next time, I wish you and your dog the very best. See you soon.